when I was in high school, I did take a test, and the test said you should be a pilot, a farmer, or an entrepreneur. But I never had that mentor to show me what an entrepreneur was. I just kept going forward and I kept falling forward, hitting my head against the wall, but I learned along the way. I'm sure you guys have some stories. What is an entrepreneur? Per dictionary.com. A person who organizes and manages any enterprise, especially a business, usually with considerable initiative and risk. Right, so today, workplace entrepreneurs.
Haven't met me, I'm with Minerva, and Minerva is a new university. We started from scratch a couple of years ago, trying to figure out how do we deliver on the promise of higher education, and how do we prepare those who will be our future leaders, our future innovators, our future decision makers, and our future entrepreneurs.
As a workplace entrepreneur, I currently work for Habitat for Humanity. I do two things. Half of my job is home buyer readiness, and the other half of my job is college readiness. Let's start with college readiness. College readiness is very key to me because my mom didn't go to college, my dad didn't go to college, and my father was a drug dealer. I ran across a lot of people who had that similar story when I was growing up. And those were entrepreneurs in my life. And they made a lot of good money. They were very creative. They had this kind of swagger about themselves that was like, I really have this kind of free-flowing spirit where I just kind of do what I want to do. And so I looked at that as something that I wanted to do. And as an entrepreneur, one of the key things that I've learned is you want to have more time, and you want to have more money, you want to have more energy. I know a lot of people have a whole bunch of time, but they don't have any money, and they have a whole lot of energy. So T is up here, M is down here, and E is up here. I know people who have a whole bunch of money, but they don't have a lot of time. They don't have a lot of energy, you know. And I say for me, I want to have a whole bunch of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy. Why? To have more opportunity to do the things that I want to do in my life, for my children to do those things, and as well as to help others in the community to do those exact same things. So what I'm doing now, my gift is being able to cultivate storytelling.
What we really wanted was to make sure everybody knew what Jeff's name was. What might have been nice is if they knew something else about him. So instead, we're going to project it on the screen. So it would have been solving that in a creative, interesting way, which you might not have thought of. The problem is, by the time they brought the water, they didn't know what they were trying to solve for. So when I think about, where is it not relevant, it's hard to answer that, because I think there's always an opportunity to think of something in a way you hadn't thought of before. There are many times, look, I always will have a way. It's not the best way. It's just one way and one of many.